Welcome to the KMS Post Video News from your neighborhood.
Today we are introducing our very first video news to Kewaskum Middle School.
Breaking news, a club has been added to our school. Technology Club is a fun and free club that KMS students can be a part of.
Mr. Schultz runs the club, and this year it's helping the IT department by taking old Chromebooks apart and using the parts for new Chromebooks that need repairing. They also work with robots and program them to do different things that are fun and challenging. The Tech Club is programmed for a bright future.
On the next topic, a debate has been brought to our attention on whether or not students are fully engaged in the classroom setting. It seems to be evident that students in Kewaskum Middle School are coming to school tired from staying up late doing homework, after-school activities, and maybe a little too much technology.
Possibly. Part of the reason that students are not engaged enough in the classroom is because students are not getting enough sleep. It's causing laziness in school. Students are getting distracted too easily and have a hard time keeping their brain focused on their tasks. It is recommended that students take full advantage of their work time given so they don't need to stay up late doing their homework.
The next topic on our minds is the new superhero movies coming out in 2020. Black Widow is a Marvel movie that is coming out May 1st. The main character is Natasha Romanoff, who is played by Scarlett Johansson. Every Marvel fan should be excited to see this new movie. Also, Wonder Woman 1984 is a DC movie that is coming out June 4th. The main character is Deanna Prince, who is played by Gal Gadot. Every DC fan should be excited to see this movie.
Moving on, we are curious about the types of foods that can be harmful to the human population. Food, 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 and more food. Some foods that come to mind from name-brand food companies have an addictive chemical that is inside of them called maltodextrin. This chemical can be found in many fast food items and many different types of chips and baked snacks.
That's crazy. I can't believe we're putting those nasty chemicals into our bodies. Do you believe that there's a chemical that makes you addicted to food? Next up, we take a look into What's That Teacher Reading? Mrs. Sargent has been working through the book Unholy, part of the Unwind series, and she says that she absolutely loves it. She was intrigued at the beginning of the year when she read book 1. The language arts teacher says that her students reading the book gave her a reason to read it.
Well, it's time to flip the page. Now we are going to check out the KHS Fitness Center. The Fitness Center is a great area for working out with your friends. Students 8th grade and up can attend the Fitness Center and use the weights, weight machines, and various cardiovascular equipment. If you're out for a sport, you should certainly start to learn your way around the Fitness Center. See you there.
Now, are teens actually lazy? Lazy can be a misused word in our society. Although some teenagers today are called lazy sloths, we wonder if that's actually the case. Most teenagers have packed schedules filled with things including religion, practices, games, clubs, and even just spending time with family and friends.
On the other hand, some teens will sit on technology for hours at a time and avoid doing chores and get a job. Although adolescents and teens can be perceived as lazy, we are left to wonder if they really are. We might have to sit around on that topic for a while. Speaking of kids sitting around on their phones, do you think the iPhone or Samsung is a better phone? In reality, when comparing the Samsung S10 to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, there is evidence that the Samsung S10 is actually slightly better, more universal phone. What do you guys think?
Maybe you're so interested in phones, or maybe you have a liking for football. If so, the 2020 Super Bowl happened on Sunday, February 2nd. The Kansas City Chiefs beat San Francisco 49ers 31-20. Patrick Mahomes is the real deal and a young quarterback. Look out, NFL. Let's toss it back to Avery.
Go Chiefs! If you're interested in football, there's a video game for that. However, studies show that some kids are spending too much time on video games to the point where they are considered addicted, and others are only playing for a limited time each day. It's wise for adults to manage the amount of time their teenagers are sitting in front of the screen. Time to enjoy the outdoors, KMS.
The teacher's solution to video game addicted kids is GoGuardian. To prevent their students from playing online games, a blocker app will pop up on their screen. Teachers in the school building have recently been really strict with their GoGuardians. They can see what their kids are doing, like playing video games instead of doing their work that they're given to them. They do this to help keep the kids on track and make sure they are doing their work.
Yeah, it can get pretty annoying sometimes, but I get it. School is not the place for distracting video games. Let's keep it moving. Another club at our school is Rocket Club. This would be a super interesting club for students intrigued by space and engineering. Rocket Club is a club for KMS students. Mr. Rowdy and Miss Miller run the Rocket Club, and every year they build 6-foot rockets and launch them at a competition on Lake Michigan.
The club meets on either Saturdays or Sundays between February and May. The club also has a $10 fee when you join. Talk to Mrs. Miller or Mrs. Arati for more information on joining the group. Please ignite your excitement for rocket building.
Well, Stone, that just about sums up our very first KMS Post video news. We hope you enjoyed the different style of our news stories. Let Mr. Rhodes or the rest of the KMS Post team know if you liked it, if you have any news for us, or if there's something you'd like us to investigate.
We are your hosts, Avery Lillicoat and Stone Pomeroy.
Thanks for watching KMS Post News.
News from your neighborhood.